So I decided today that I would actually make 2 arena videos instead of one with standard, because in standard I really haven't moved anywhere up in the rankings, because obviously it's still very early in the month and because of the limited amount of cards I do have. So the faster we finish this arena run, the faster we can get some brand new cards and probably add to our collection so far. So we have Onyxia, Conjurer, and Cult Master. Both of them are just too high end drops that we don't need right now. We need early game pressure. We get a micro machine, but other than that, we don't really have anything that really stands out too much, especially in the early game. And that's a new legendary that came out that he has, and he was able to actually draft him. Now this deck, I believe I created it before the first wing of Karazhan or during the first wing of Karazhan, so I don't have certain legendaries, and I don't have like the special cool little cards you guys are clearly seeing right there. And right now this hurts because we can't drop Micro Machine because it dies to ping the following turn. But what it would allow us to do if we do end up dropping him is basically having Arcane Missiles and ping ready turn 3, unless we get a minion, of course. Now we could take the risky route, which is something I do enjoy doing, and just save Micro Machine for turn 3 and use Arcane Missiles with him. So hopefully he doesn't have a turn 2 play, but since he coined out Fallen Hero, I want to believe, and I want to, oh snap, he doesn't have a turn 2 play after all. So us saving Micro Machine might have been the best thing we have ever done, especially getting a Gorilla A-Bot, and all you have to do is hit this guy once. Nothing more, nothing less, and that's what we get, and that's what I like to see. So now we might be able to actually use Gorilla A-Bot to our advantage. Let's see what he has turn 3 that he could drop. Probably an Iron Fur Grizzly, and he has Flame Cannon. So when I thought we were going to use it to our advantage, it turns out it didn't work that way. So right now we're going to drop Jungle Panther. We just drew him, and the reason we dropped Jungle Panther instead of Cult Master or Gorilla A-Bot is because, well, it's a stealth creature, so it doesn't die the following turns, and he can't use a spell to just clear it unless he has another Flame Cannon. He drops a 3/5. That's pretty good right now. I don't know exactly what I want to do. It would have been nice if we could actually use Cult Master this current moment and just like killed it and pinged it off, but we won't be able to do that. Maybe dropping Azure Drake would be the best play in general, just because he wouldn't be able to kill the Azure Drake unless he uses ping. I think we're actually going to go with this play instead of actually just pinging it and killing it off and then dropping a Stone Splinter Trog, just because I want to force him to use ping to get rid of the 4/4. And let's see what happens. Actually, if he has Cone of Cold, we will be in a little bit of trouble, and he's actually going to decide to go face. So now this could be working in our advantage in general here. What we're going to do is drop Cult Master, and we're going to run it into the 3/5. And well, we should have actually ran the 4/2 into the 3/5, because then we would have actually drawn a card. Do I want to use Jungle Panther just yet? I don't think I want to take him out of stealth, but putting some pressure on him is very important, especially at this point in the game. What do we want to do here actually? Well, no, let's not use Jungle Panther. We just basically wasted Cult Master, although in my opinion we should have been a little bit smarter during that little section right there. And the reason we should have been a little bit smarter is we probably should have ran the Jungle Panther inside into the 3 whatever it was, but then if we did, then he wouldn't need to ping the 4/1. So it's a lot of ups and downs and a lot of things that actually went into the decision that was made at the end of the day. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade into the 5/2, the Jungle Panther, and just basically drop a Bog Creeper, because Bog Creeper, in my opinion, is the best taunt in the game, especially in arenas. In arenas, in my opinion, hands down, I think it's the best taunt in the game. I mean, it's a 6/8 for 7 mana. Most of the times, your opponent is scrambling around his deck and in his cards trying to get just 8 damage on the board to be able to actually clear it. So it's very difficult to clear, in my opinion. He's going to give us a spell, and we get Farsight. Now, Farsight can be very good for us if we get a minion like Onyxia. Now, will we get him? I don't know. He drops a secret down. Okay, so if it's a really good secret, if it's duplicate, I want him to get the mana worm back, and it's effigy, so it works in our favor regardless. And now we have about 7 mana or 8 mana left, and what we're gonna do right here is let's drop War Golem. Just add another humongous creature to the board. Venture Co-Mercenary could be used. We actually could have used that instead and used Farsight as well. He might have a Fireball, Blackwing Corruptor, and he does have a dragon in hand. So hey, at least we know that as of now. And he's most likely gonna use the 3/5 instead of the 3/4. Okay, that is a much better play, and he's gonna keep going face. So right now he has no remorse for our lives. And we're gonna use the Psychotron here and use Gorilla A-Bot just to draw ourselves a mech that could actually help us out a lot. I don't know if Gorilla A-Bot will survive another turn for us to actually use this guy. I do know we have a Mech Warper. I don't want to get Fel Reaver, even though it might seem like a very good card to get. It's an 8/8 for 5 mana. I don't think it's going to be too useful for us. He's most likely going to have to waste a ping right now, and he actually has Prince Mao, whatever his name is. And does he have anything besides the legendaries? No, he does not. He just adds a bunch of legendaries, but he has a pretty decent body for a legendary minion regardless, and he won't be able to take care of our Gorilla A-Bot, so that's good for us. But it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to actually clear the whole board and do it effectively. So the first thing we're going to have to do is obviously ping this guy right here. Let's drop Gorilla A-Bot and see what we could actually get out of it. Arcane Nullifier or another Psychotron. I think the Psychotron might be a whole lot better, but us getting a taunt right now wouldn't be a bad idea either. So we're actually going to go with this guy. And for the rest of this, we'll trade this in, because this is going to be vulnerable to Flame Strike regardless if we trade it into the 3/5 or not, and then everything else is going to go face. Now the reason I like this taunt and I took him instead of the Psychotron is because it has more health and it just only has one less attack, and Divine Shield is very important, but when facing a mage I don't think it's completely necessary. He's going to be able to clear the whole board right here, but not all of our minions. So we could easily ping this guy. Never mind, that's a 7 mana ping that we will not be using. I repeat, not be using. And hopefully we get a secret, because a secret here wouldn't be too bad after all. We could also use Farsight and try to draw into Onyxia or something along those lines. You never know what we could actually run into. I know he has a dragon in his hands, and we get the Raider, which is a very good minion to get, at least in this point in time. And let's run the 3/3 into the 4/3. Now it becomes difficult. I want to drop Senjin, and I'm going to drop the Co-Mercenary, and I'm not going to give him the opportunity to actually just ping away the Gorilla A-Bot. I want him to trade the 3/3 into the 3/5, and then whatever he drops, hopefully Co-Mercenary can just kill without a problem. And that is a humongous problem. We are going to have to just sacrifice his life. But the good thing about it is we have Raider that's going to become like a 6/6 as soon as we use ping. So we are in good hands because of that. Don't really know what was the point of doing that. Maybe he's getting prepared to actually use Flame Strike against us. But hey, it's not going to be of too much use. We're going to be in pretty good hands right now. And I'm going to use Farsight just because I want to see what card we would end up drawing. And it is Onyxia. So I honestly speaking right now, I hope that he has like Flame Strike or some big removal so that we can just drop Onyxia next turn and be in really good hands. So he doesn't hold the secret, so he can't do that much damage to us in general. We'll most likely be able to kill this off without a problem. I am going to drop Onyxia this turn right here, so we could just honestly keep going face. Should we? I don't know about just going face right now. This is going to become an 8/7. It's going to be vulnerable to Flame Strike unless we run it into the 2/3, but I want to take care of the 3/6. So if he does have Flame Strike, then he's going to waste 7 mana, but in my opinion, if he had it, he might have used it a little bit earlier. And he actually gets a pretty good legendary here. He's going to buff it up, and he's going to kill off our Raider most likely. And that's completely fine with me. Right now, we could use the Polymorph to just polymorph this guy and kill it off without a problem, which honestly it isn't a big deal right now to us anyway. We get a flame strike of our own. How much damage do we have? We have 10, 12, 13, and then this would give us 17 damage. So we're just gonna go face with most of the minions we have right here, and besides going face, I think I'm gonna drop just a sludge belcher, and I don't even think it's necessary to ping the 5-5 because we do have flame strike ready for it. So no, in my opinion, it is not necessary. We're not gonna drop a bunch of more minions on the board, although just in case he does have a humongous AoE removal. And look at it, we win the game. So with this, we end today's episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, and as always guys, if you haven't subscribed already to the PC Superstars, make sure you do by hitting that subscribe button. And as always, have a great day and night, stay positive, keep on grinding, and I'll catch you on the next one on a road to 12 wins.